All right, Shalom. All right, so I wanted to get into Ezekiel 4, and I guess 3 to 6 would be the best place to go. Um, the reason why is there's supposedly a 1948 prophecy which states that this prophecy basically is um, the numbers of years, if done correctly, add up to 1948 AD, and that was when Small House returned to their land, right? All right, so we're going to start in, we can start in 3. Moreover, take thou unto thee iron pans, and set it for a wall of iron between thee and the city, and set thy face against it, and it shall be besieged, and thou shalt lay siege against it. This shall be a sign to the house of Israel. Lie thou upon thy left side, and lay the iniquity of the house of Israel upon it, according to the number of days that thou shalt lie upon it, thou shalt bear their iniquity. For I have laid upon thee the years of their iniquity, according to the number of days, 390 days. So shalt thou bear iniquity of the house of Israel. And when thou hast accomplished them, lie again on thy right side, and thou shalt bear the iniquities of the house of Judah 40 days. I have appointed thee each day for a year. Okay, so now that takes us to the math, right? So we have 390 days, which equals years. 390 years plus 40 years. You put those two together, you get 430 years. Now, what they did is they took the 430 years and they said that they had already served 70. So I'm gonna go to the calculator and we'll just deal with this from this point on. So you take 430 minus 70, and that brings you to 360 years. So they're saying that 360 years are left. Now, if you just multiplied 360 years times 7, you get 2,000, sorry, I got dyslexia, 2,520 years, okay? But that doesn't equal to, because they're starting from Cyrus's Debar, which they state is, I want to say, is it 539? I am not sure of that. Let's do something real quick. 1948. Okay, that's 572. Okay, so yeah, so I would put it at 572 for Cyrus's Debar, but the records show that it was 539, so they would have an issue. So okay, we go back to the 360 times 7, and we get to 2,520. And what they said is, but aha, they said number one, the reason why they're doing times 7 is Leviticus, and we could go there and look at that really quickly. They're saying that in Leviticus 26:18, it states at the top, if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. Okay, so that's what they did. They put the 7 times more times the amount of years, and they got, like I said, the 2,520. So what they said is, aha, but a year was actually 360 days, which was 12 months times 30 gives you the 360. So what they had to do is days times 360 years equals 1,200. 129,600. Okay, so what they did after that is they divided it by the solar year, and they got this divided. That's what I meant to do. Okay, let's go back to it. 7. Okay, no. 360 times. Okay, that's the days times the years equals this, divided by the solar year, which they knew was 365.25. That gave them 354 and a decimal. And then what they had to do is times that one by 7. And that's how they got the 2,483 and some change. Now, it's interesting because this is the same mathematical process that the Christians use to explain that Daniel 9 lands them in 32 CE. And I believe the way they did that is 360 times, they said the years, they compounded the years, and they said it was 483 years. They got this number, and then they divided it by the solar year. They got that number, and then they subtracted it by 444, which was Artaxerxes decree to basically build parts of Jerusalem, but it wasn't the temple. So when you do that math, you get 32 AD. But the small hats say that that is incorrect, and what we'll use to explain some of this. Let's see if this is the one. Yes. We'll go. I guess we go down to. Okay, we'll go to the Wikipedia for the Hebrew calendar, and we will see that it says, like other lunisolar calendars, the Hebrew calendar consists of months of 29 or 30, which began and ended, which begin and end at approximately the time of the new moon. As 12 such months comprise a total of 354 days, an extra lunar month is added every 2 or 3 years, so that the long-term average of the year length closely approximates the actual length of the solar year. So I don't know if they really break it down, but essentially, if you do the lunar year minus, we'll start with the bigger number, the solar year minus the lunar year, you will always have about 11.25 days difference. And they had to make up for those days, hence why they have an 8 or 2 even today, which is the 13th month every 2 or 3 years. And if you do this for 19 years, I believe 19 years, you get an extra, I'm not sure if I even did that correctly, but if you do that for 19 years, I think I think that's the process. Your year will equal out to the same year we have now. So what they say is that this is totally incorrect to do this 360 thing. However, they're using the 360 to explain this 1948, and we'll just get into a little bit of this information. Let me see, where was it? Okay, so I'm at this ex-Christian, what is this thing? Okay, debunking the Israel 1948 prophecy, and they say, going back up, so it breaks down basically where they got all this information and how they calculated it to that date. And then it says, okay, so what do you get if you do the math? If you do the math, is a somewhat closer to accurate version of the modern calendar than what Mr. Jeffrey, I guess there's a person named Jeffrey who figured this thing out. And even assuming this extra month was only added every third year, you get 360 plus 360 plus 390, which gives you, divided by 3, which gives you 370. So the correct adjustment for the number of years would have been 2,520 times 370 divided by 365.25, which still gives you 2,552 approximate years, not 2,484. And he jokes and says apparently he thinks that the small hats are going to be reborn this year. I don't know what year that was, but essentially, so basically they're using the same math that they're debunking Daniel 9 being, speaking of Jesus Christ, 32 CE. They're debunking that with the same math they're using to explain 1948. The water.